Solving rational equations resulting in a quadratic. Earlier we solved rational equations. Sometimes solving a rational equation results in a quadratic. When this happens, we continue the solution by simplifying the quadratic equation by one of the methods we have seen. It may turn out that there is no solution. For example number 11, we're solving a rational equation leading to a quadratic. Solve the following rational equation: negative 4x over x minus 1 plus 4 over x plus 1, which is equal to negative 8 over x squared minus 1. First, we want to factor the denominator, which is x squared minus 1, to get x plus 1 times x minus 1. So we rewrite this equation as negative 4x over x minus 1 plus 4 over x plus 1, which is equal to negative 8 over x plus 1 times x minus 1. Then we need to determine, are there any restrictions, by setting the denominators equal to 0. X minus 1 equals 0 gives us a restriction of x is equal to 1. X plus 1 is equal to 0 gives us a restriction of x is equal to negative 1. And when we factor the denominator of x plus 1 times x minus 1, it's going to give us the same values. So 1 and negative 1 must be included from the solution set. To find the LCD, we know that x minus 1 and x plus 1 are factors of x plus 1 times x minus 1. So we have x plus 1 times x minus 1. Then we're going to multiply each term by the LCD. So our original now equation is negative 4x over x minus 1 plus 4 over x plus 1, which is equal to negative 8 over the factor denominator of x plus 1 times x minus 1. And then we're multiplying each of those terms by the LCD. Then we can eliminate any of the denominators. So x minus 1 goes into x minus 1 one time. So we have negative 4x times x plus 1. Plus x plus 1 goes into x plus 1 one time. So we have plus 4 times x minus 1, which is equal to x plus 1 goes in x minus 1 goes into x plus 1 times x minus 1, which leaves us with negative 8 times 1. So if we distribute the negative 4x to both terms, we get negative 4x squared minus 4x. If we distribute the 4 to both terms, we get plus 4x minus 4, and that's equal to negative 8. Now these two middle numbers can be factored out. So we end up with negative 4x squared plus 4, because if we add 8 to both sides, 8 minus 4 gives us plus 4, which is equal to 0. And then what we can do is we can factor out what they have in common, which is a negative 4. So we have negative 4 times x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. And then this becomes negative 4 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 0. Now this negative 4 doesn't have a variable associated with it, so we can divide both sides by negative 4, because it's going to be 1 on the left side and it's still going to be 0 on the right side. So now we have x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 0. We have x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. We get x is equal to negative 1 or x is equal to 1. In this case, either solution produces a 0 in a denominator in the original equation, because these represent the two numbers that we got for our restrictions. So that means that we do not have a solution. So we have braces with nothing in it called the empty set, since there is not a solution.